Episode 4, I Am the Greatest. Adam Clayton Powell is speaking at the Doug Jones gym, talking to the youth in the crowd about the opportunities for the youth. He introduces Mamie Johnson, Bumpy's wife. She speaks about how this youth center gym could help young men achieve their dreams in the community. And she said that we want Doug's going to donate his gloves, and we want him to win and beat that loudmouth from Louisville, Kentucky. And he comes in the gym talking smack, Cassius Clay, aka Muhammad Ali, and he's talking back to her, saying she's a pretty woman, and he's flirting with her. And then Bumpy Johnson comes in, does a poem, and they going back and forth doing these rhymes. It's kind of hilarious, and they leave that particular situation, and they're going walking down, and Bumpy tells his lieutenants, soldiers, to escort his family to the diner so his granddaughter can have ice cream. They do that, and then Bumpy sees this woman in a limousine with a driver. She tells him to get in. Who is this woman? The lady and him are talking inside the limousine. They have some kind of history between each other. She's also part of the consortium that is the investment group, Louisville investment group, that's sponsoring Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. And she's telling him that why hasn't she contacted him, you know, and he said that he's with his wife, and whatever they had that's no longer going to happen. And she buttons her shirt down and tells him that we're going to be seeing a lot of each other because this, that, and the third. Teddy Green's girl, that's supposed to be the mafia princess, she brings food to the house, and the mama shuts the door in her face. And Teddy brings up to the roof, and they have an intimate relation moment. And he's trying to get this song that he produced about the riots at the department store, and nobody is not going to probably produce it. Cassius Clay goes to Nation Islam temple, and he talks to Muhammad Ali, and pretty much talk about his conversion to Islam. And he tells him that he does not need to announce it right now because he won't be able to get a boxing license, and keep that in mind about that. Bumpy and Johnson and Adam Clayton Powell are getting their shoes shined in the community, and then the Italians are fighting about their support of Bumpy Johnson. One of them doesn't want to support Bumpy Johnson. One of the Italians is playing this tape that he got from the FBI of the actual recording of Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay talking about his conversion and about him not saying anything about him being a Muslim because he won't be able to get a boxing license. And they said that they're preparing for war, and they're going to try to use this as leverage, and they're going to threaten Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. Bumpy Johnson said a woman called and hung up, and she said that she got everything covered and she makes love to him. The Italians kidnap Muhammad Ali. They play the tape of the recording of Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay conversation about his conversion to Islam. And they said that if he does not take a dive, that they will reveal that he's a Muslim, and it's going to destroy him. Malcolm X goes to Bumpy to get the tape that the Italians have on him and Cassius Clay. Malcolm described the details of where Cassius Clay was placed with a pinball machine. He said Cassius needs to take the dive, and they go back and forth that, Cassius Clay could be a role model to the black youth. Bumpy Johnson and his family are watching Cassius Clay on the TV. His wife's not impressed with Cassius Clay. She thinks he's a loudmouth. She thinks he's obnoxious. Bumpy meets the lady that is the one he met in the limousine prior. That's also connected with Cassius Clay, and he's telling them about what the situation with Cassius Clay. They said they already know that they have paid a lot of reporters to not tell about his conversion to the Nation of Islam. The Italians put drugs behind these panels in the car. They doing this at this car shop place. Teddy Green got a song, and he wants the people to hear it, but nobody wants to produce it. And his mom tells him that this type of song can get you in trouble, but she encouraged him that he need to play his song on the corner and let people hear it. Bumpy and Malcolm argue about Cassius Clay and how the Doug Jones gym thing that his wife is trying to support for the youth is destroying her efforts, and they're going back and forth on that. The Italian mafia guy talks up to a Catholic priest about some murder he did. Cassius Clay meets with Bumpy Johnson and tells him that he doesn't want to take a dive, that he wants to be a true fighter and a true role model to the people in the black American youth. Bumpy agrees. Bumpy soldiers kill the Italians that are trying to make Muhammad Ali do the dive for the fight, and he wins the title. Then we see Mamie Johnson talking on the phone to Doug Jones about their illicit affair, and that it's over between them, and that he should never call again because his life will be in danger. And it goes off. And that's it for this particular review recap of I Am the Greatest, episode 4. Episode 5 will be coming soon. If you like my videos, y'all, please hit that like icon and subscribe to Mujahid72 on YouTube. As always, Mu says peace and blessings to everybody, and have a nice day. Thank you.